Hello guys, this is Max again. Right now I'm bringing you the top 10 spring fragrances of 2014. And I'd like to start by giving you guys my honorable mentions. Starting with this guy right here. Fendi Dior Homme. It's a real nice fragrance. It's a woody aromatic, leather-based fragrance. It's got pepper. It's really warm. It's almost got like that, like a cognac vibe to it. It's very nice, very unique, very intriguing. It's very nice for the cooler nights. You're sure to get some compliments with this guy. So my first honorable mention. Second honorable mention is going to be this one over here, which is really easy to wear. You are sure to get tons of compliments with this one. And I've used a lot of this juice. Herrera CH Men. It's a great fragrance, oriental, spicy, also leather-based, vanilla, saffron. It's got cashmere wood, just to name a few of the notes, more prominent notes of this one. Definitely a compliment getter. If you guys need something not too expensive and good for the spring, this is definitely will do the trick for you. Last and third honorable mention, this is Strangers to No One. I think this is when Gucci was doing fragrance right. Gucci Pour Homme 2. I definitely use a lot of this juice. This was my signature scent from 2008 all the way to about 2010. For 2 years in a row with my signature scent. I love this guy. Very cozy, very nice to wear around the house when you don't want to think about too much of what to wear. Tea-based fragrance. You guys know all about this one. Third and last honorable mention. Alright, so on into the top 10 spring of 2014 fragrances in my rotation. Starting with number 10, from the house of Yves Saint Laurent, YSL Rive Gauche. Love this guy. This one has got that barbershop vibe to it. A lot of people compare it to Invasion Barbare by MDCI, Sartorial by Penhaligon's. It's definitely a good one. Definitely a fragrance that I do enjoy. Another one that's easy to wear. Kind of close to the skin, but very nice. YSL Rive Gauche, my number 10. Carrying on here to number 9. This one here I really love and enjoy. It's very unique. This is Narciso Rodriguez Him. This is, I believe it's a limited edition. It's not the Musk edition though, because I think the normal one, the bottle is gray. This one is like a mirror tint to it. Narciso Rodriguez for Him is the aromatic fougere. I definitely consider this one niche. It's got violet leaf, patchouli, amber, musk. It's got that wet cement feel to it. Very unique, and to my opinion, my humble opinion, very underrated fragrance. I love this fragrance. Definitely one that I reach for a lot. I have a couple bottles of this one. Really enjoy this, especially in those, gray kind of days, a little rainy. Definitely good stuff. You will get compliments with that one. Carrying on to number 8, one of my favorite houses. I have a lot of fragrances from this house. None other than Sauvage, but this one is kind of hard to find. It's this Fraiche Cuir, fresh leather. This one is this is my third bottle of this guy in the past 2 years. Kind of hard to find, but if you look carefully, you will find this. It's citrus, leather, aromatic. It's got leather, amber, cedar, citrus in the top. Extremely well balanced, great for the office or formal events. When I dress up a little bit, church, that type of stuff. I really enjoy this guy. Coming up on number 8 on my spring list. Coming up next, number 7, is one that was extremely complimented and raved about from Dan, my Mickers. Hello, Dan. I do agree with you 100%. This is phenomenal scent. None other than Paul Zileri Viaggio d'Africa. This is great juice, guys. Really, really nice. If you like Tonka Imperiale by Arpels, you can't go wrong with this one. It's a woody aromatic chypre. It's Tonka vetiver and iris bomb. To me, it's a Tonka Imperiale clone. You cannot tell the difference. Agree 100% with Dan. This is a phenomenal scent. If you don't want to cough up the hundreds of dollars for Arpels, look for this one. I think Fragrance Net has it, if it's not out of stock right now, for a very reasonable price, and it's great scent, guys. Number 6 is one that I really, really enjoy. It's a woody chypre. It's from the house of Van Cleef and Arpels, and I'm not talking about Midnight in Paris, but I'm talking about, I don't think anyone has mentioned this, and I am thinking about doing a review on it just because I haven't heard anything about it, and I've worn quite a bit of this bottle, about 5% or so of it. This is Van Cleef and Arpels Bois d'Iris. It's unbelievable juice, guys. If you enjoy Bois d'Argent by Christian Dior, this one here is no slouch. It's again, it's a woody chypre. It's iris, incense, ambergris, sugar cubes, vanilla, honey, leather, just to name a few of the notes. It's very, very similar to Bois d'Argent. You have to try this one. For the price, you cannot go wrong. If you were to buy this at Nordstrom, this is $185, but if you look carefully, I was able to buy this for a very, very reasonable price, and it's a phenomenal juice, and I think I will be doing a review on this very soon. You do have to try it if you haven't. If you like Bois d'Argent, this is definitely one to sniff. Coming up at number 5, this one here is a woody floral musk, and in my opinion, probably the best on the market today in this category. Needs no introduction. I'm not going to talk too much about it because you guys know this very well. None other than Dior Homme. This is vintage. It's almost done. I have another bottle that's reformulation. This is a vintage edition, which is almost done, but it's one that I really enjoy. It's got a very, very near and dear place in my heart, this fragrance, and it comes up at number 5. Dior Homme, again from the house of Dior, which is one of my favorite houses. Alright, we're down to the last 4. These were great fragrances. Hard to decide which ones were going to be number 1 here because they're all great, but I had to make a decision. So in my rotation, number 4 is definitely a Bond number 9 fragrance that I enjoy, and to my nose, in my humble opinion, my favorite from the house, none other than Andy Warhol, and this is the one with his face on the bottle. This is great, great, great juice, guys. Getting harder to find it due to contract issues with Bond number 9 and Andy Warhol, but if you apply yourself, you can definitely find this juice. As it becomes more and more discontinued and hard to find, I think this fragrance will reach, I believe, in my opinion, the $200 and $300, more than $300 mark as it becomes more discontinued and hard to find. This one here is a woody aromatic. It's got oud, plum, and I think it's oud and plum done right. It's got rose, musk, phenomenal well-balanced fragrance compared to Tom's Ford Plum Japanese. I see the resemblance, but I definitely prefer this one. Extremely well balanced, very good for longevity, projection, and sillage. You cannot go wrong with this juice. To me, it's the best from Bond. Alright, we're down to the last 3. Number 3 is one that is strangers to none, needs no introduction, none other than Guerlain's Tonka Imperiale. Guys, I have a split on this right now on my May swap and sale video. I have a brand new one that I'm doing a split on. This one here is a Oriental Fougere. It's got almonds, tonka beans, tobacco, incense. It's extremely well balanced, very well known in the community. There's nothing else to say. This is definitely a perfect 10 fragrance. If you haven't sniffed this one, you definitely have to. Alright, the last two were kind of hard to pinpoint. I was in between both. The reason why this one is coming up at number 2 is because it's discontinued. It's very hard to find, but it's very intriguing and very unique. It's Tom Ford's Japon Noir, and I've used a lot of this juice. I was able to get this bottle new. It's about almost halfway done. I usually wear this on cold spring nights and also in winter nights, but mostly spring cold nights. This is woody oriental spicy. I normally wear this in formal events too, dressed up. It's got leather, amber, vetiver, jasmine, extremely well balanced. It's got that incensey feel to it, very intriguing, very hard to describe scent, very unique to say the least. Get your nose on this if you can. And the only reason why it's not number 1 is because it's discontinued and very hard to find. Guys, again, Tom Ford Japon Noir. This is unbelievable juice. Coming up, number one, and this is, I got this just about the beginning of the year. I was traveling and I was able to pick this up. I was very, very curious to this scent, and finally got my hands on it, and I love it. And it's definitely my number 1 for the spring. This is none other than Tom Ford, the newest addition to the private blend, London. Guys, this is great, great juice. If you haven't sniffed, please try to. London is a unbelievable scent. It's woody, spicy. It's got coffee, pepper, saffron, incense, oud, musk, cedar. This is the epitome of sophistication and sensuality, guys. It's another perfect 10. Try to get your nose in this if you can. To me, it's an unbelievable fragrance. My number 1 for my rotation in spring of 2014. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the feedback. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for liking it. I'm new to this, and I will be doing some reviews soon. Probably the next 2 reviews I'll be doing, it's probably going to be the Bois, these by Cleef and Arpels, and probably the Tom Ford London. Thank you so much, guys. Let me know which one of the 2 you guys would like to see the review first, either the London or the Bois de Riz by Van Cleef and Arpels. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the spring. Thank you.